what you can actually see here is our primary customer services system. What this actually does for us is allow us to monitor our customers' computers. So this is what I was actually saying during the 60-second round earlier on, that unlike a lot of IT companies who will respond when you need them to, they may even install a bit of software that allows them to get remote access when you need them to. We actually actively monitor things. So if I actually drill down into one of our customers here, so we'll pick this one here. You can actually see what's going on with this customer as an overview. And interested also from the point of view of being utterly stress-free and automating anything we possibly can, I can actually see that this customer's paid his bills as well. So I can see how much we've invoiced. I can see any invoices that are unpaid. And down the left-hand side there, I can see how long we're actually taking to resolve tickets. But the interesting thing is that I can see what's going on. So if I scroll down to this line here that says assets, I can click on that, and this will tell me what is going on with his PC. So I can see here that we've actually detected an application crash. So I can view that, or I can if I press the button properly. And I can actually see the details of what's gone wrong there. Okay, it looks like he might have something on there that he doesn't really need by the looks of that. So we'll drill down into that one a bit later on. But I can actually see from that what has happened. When that does happen, the system sends me a text message so that I know there's a problem. And we can actually jump on it absolutely immediately. We can also run automatic scripts and apply policies. So one of the things we actually have here is a standard policy that applies an antivirus. So as soon as we actually onboard a customer, it will apply the Bitdefender antivirus software, which is our standard offering, and we can then monitor to see if you're actually getting any virus infections. I did actually look at the Bitdefender dashboard this morning, so this is the remote. Ooh, okay, it's logged me out. Okay, that was the Bitdefender. That was the Bitdefender management page, and actually, there's nothing much going on there at the moment, which is of course how you want it to be. But again, if you get a virus, we get alerted, so we would probably know about it even before you do. The whole idea being that we can act before you can. We can actually remove the stress from the situation by dealing with it before you actually even realise that you've got a problem. The way we actually track things is using help desk tickets. So if I click on there, I can actually see a collection of all the tickets that we've got open. We do actually have one customer there that generates a huge amount of tickets. As you can probably see, but they also do generate a huge amount of revenue as well, which is always useful. So that's a brief tour of that. Any questions?
Lee, can I ask? Should we take the screen share off?
Yeah, you can do. Yes. Yeah.
What with viruses? What's the most common route of infection that your customers get? I mean, because we're pretty locked down in what we're allowed to open. But I mean, what do you find most people?
It's mainly email attachments these days.
Right. So do you delete? I mean, does Bitdefender delete emails automatically that they think are suspicious, or do they just? What do they do?
It can do. We actually use a separate system for doing email security. So that actually sits in between your email service and your PC.
Yeah.
And it will scan any attachments that are on there and either delete them or quarantine them.
Right. The reason I asked, because I sent a customer some documents yesterday, and I texted him to say I'd sent them. He said I haven't got them, and then and he didn't even have an email. It weren't any spam, and it turned out that his provider, or just because it had quite a big attachment, contract paperwork, they just took it away, so he didn't even see the email even without the attachment. And then go and ask them to.
You've possibly just exceeded the size limit on their email system there, by the sounds of that.
Okay, all right. Is that what does that happen?
Well, most email systems have a size limit.
Right.
It varies, and also you can configure it to what you want to be. But if you're sending big files like scanned documents and that kind of thing, you can run into issues with that.
Yeah, no, he said that it got pulled out because it was suspicious, but they unblocked the email. Is that something you do as well? So if someone comes,
yes, I mean the larger something is, the more suspicious it's likely to be, particularly if it's a PDF file or something like that.
Which it was, yeah.
Yeah, there's ways of doing things to PDF files that make them infectious, even though they look like they're just documents.
So you'd think if someone was sending a virus email or an attachment with a virus attached to it, if it was a smaller file would be better then, wouldn't it? Would that be less?
Oh yeah, and and a lot of them are.
Yeah.
A lot of the real nasty ones.
Yeah.
Are relatively small files. Yeah. Right. Because all they'll do is install a bit of software on your machine that goes off to the server run by the people who designed it and drags down a bigger program.
Is that still very prevalent then? Because we used to get spammed a lot with suspicious emails, which and lots of the dodgy usual ones as well. But we don't really see those anymore. I can't remember the last time I saw one. But is that? I mean, the entry of a virus via an email, is it?
It goes in phases, to be honest. Because obviously they want to persuade you to click on it.
Yeah.
So I mean, one I saw going back years and years ago, this was a major UK airport. The finance director tried opening a file that promised topless photos of Pamela Anderson.
Nice.
And infected the whole network as a result.
There's been a few of those, hasn't there?
Yes, yeah. But they're almost looking for a kind of stimulus that's going to persuade people to open them. So there was a lot of this kind of thing during COVID about claiming tax refunds from HMRC for COVID and the like.
Excellent. We've sort of hit time, but I guess we've still got a minute or two. If someone's got any more questions.
Well, I mean, now the common ones are, you've won £100.
Oh yeah.
Voucher, or even the energy stuff. You need to contact us to get money.
I mean, one of the perennial ones I've noticed, and so I've not really come to any conclusions as to what you can do about this, other than making sure your virus and your email security is up to date. Is notifications of deliveries from courier companies.
Yes.
Lots. You know, I regularly get one telling me of about a delivery from UPS, and you just think, well, actually, have I ordered something online? I mean, I know I haven't, but the point is, if you have ordered something online, how are you supposed to know who's delivering it unless they tell you?
And most people are, I mean, really, honestly, truly, most people now are shopping online.
Yeah.
The social commerce is coming in. Yeah.
Lee, we're out of time, chap. That was absolutely brilliant. Thank you.
Brilliant. Thank you.